money missing. How long can Zelensky now last?
Well, I mean, that underscores a couple different things. Number one, President Trump is clearly using some talking points from Moscow in his own, rhetoric, both with reporters and on Truth Social. And now Russia is basically thanking him for that and amplifying it more by praising Trump and using that same cycle that has started to underscore the points that it has been making now for a couple of years. And they are, I don't want to say they're working together, but the two things are helping each other out. They're both amplifying each other's messages. And that is a clear shift from decades of U.S. policy and certainly the U.S. position with its allies over the last 3 years during the war.
Yeah, and the disinformation campaign, or the world of disinformation, how this is what Zelensky talked about. This is precisely what he's referring to.
Yeah, absolutely.
That Trump is quite literally parroting the talking points from Putin, not only talking about the idea that this is Ukraine's fault, when this was a brazen attempt to try to seize Ukraine and put it back and give it back to Mother Russia, which is how Vladimir Putin believes that part of the world should look. And the list goes on and on and on. I'd want to ask about how this is actually being perceived in corners of Donald Trump's party, the Republican Party, because obviously this is not the Republican Party that we all started to cover when we started here in Washington, because it was much more hawkish. Now there's very much a populist bent, which is how Donald Trump is where he is. But the chair of the Armed Services Committee in the United States Senate, a Republican, Roger Wicker, he cannot even hide how disgusted he is with the shift in position. Listen to what he said to our colleague, Manu Raju.
Do you think that Putin can be trusted in these negotiations?
No. Putin is a war criminal and should be in jail for the rest of his life, if not executed.